Instant impact. Here's Zach Riggins. So give it right back to Bennett. Bennett with the scoober over to Slack. And Dallas continuing to be efficient on the offensive attack.
And right now, they're really working the disc between 3 A&M teammates, Thomas Slack, Matt Bennett, and Dalton Smith.
Big Aggies, right?
Exactly. Oh, that scoober over the top.
You'll see that
Didn't
all
take
day
long
long, and a beautiful feed, finding Ben Lewis in the end zone to make it low scoring relatively between two high-powered offenses from a year ago. Here's a long completion as that one snagged out of the air by Chase Cunningham, and he's going to look just instantly looking for Michael Hayes, and there's the Souls' first goal.
Which is why the Roughnecks are taking it here from half field. Huge advantage for the Dallas offense.
Look at Mickle trying to find Slack, and he does. What a beautiful huck from
on the
hey,
mark,
how
thank
smooth
goodness.
was that? How about Kai Marshall pulling up the shorts immediately? You can see a smile on Jimmy Mickle's face even in the midst of a play. So the Soul threatening here potentially to tie things up, and they're going to find a wide open, not anymore.
The Stanley Holleran knew as soon as he did it. Yep, that's a foul. That's a foul.
Holleran also a newcomer on this Roughnecks team. Here's a long puck looking in the end zone. That one's rejected. Exactly right. The chemistry is a big proponent for both of these squads, especially in the first game of the season. This long puck is going to be completed.
Great grab
to
from Paul Starkle.
Just outside the goal line. Starkle being double teamed very quickly. He's going to dump it right back off to Jason Best, and Best will convert on the assist. Some of the technical difficulties that we have been having. The rain kind of throwing a wrench into things, and that is why we don't have a clock. So 19 seconds left. And Dallas O-line has had no real kind of competition in terms of getting or being efficient on the offensive attack. Here's Mickle. And Mickle's looking for a streaking free child in the back of the end zone with the pancake grab. And he's going to spike it up to one of our
releases. With great verticals.
I was about to say, I know I was impressed with the vertical from Hayes, as this one's being hucked downfield looking for Peterson. Peterson initially can't grab it.
But if that disc hangs in the air, it gives time for a defender to get back.
That's exactly right, as this was dumped off to Malachek just about 10 yards out from the goal line. Peterson with it. Finds Mickle. Mickle about 3 yards out in the back of the end zone. Is going to find Free Child now.
That you run is if it lands out of bounds like this one did, then you get positioning at a brick mark in the middle of the field.
How about the fake from Jimmy Mickle, finding Ben Laurie on the streak coming back in. Laurie's going to go over the top, looking for an open Free Child. Free Child climbs the ladder and snags that one. He'll dump it to Mickle with 25 seconds remaining. The hammer from Mickle, and then the snag in the end zone.
A lot of time for the Soul to convert. Now the crowd errantly chants the score.
Oh, and a buzzer beater with 1.3 seconds. Roughnecks, despite being, once again, extremely efficient and methodical on the offensive attack in the first half, never got up by more than 3. Here's Mickle looking for Free Child, and a beautiful huck from Jimmy Mickle right into the breadbasket of Dylan Free Child.
Of disc play, the Soul able to break through that. Mitch Bennett throwing up a big.
What a diving D from the half, kind of easing up a little bit, and the Roughnecks have taken advantage so far. Also taking advantage of turnovers. There's another one there. Mickle intercepts it, gives it to Bennett, and then right back to one of us could have potentially made a play on the disc, and instead it's the Soul with some good field possession, or field position to start this possession, rather, on the attack now as Purcell is going to grab that one. Here's the hammer from Purcell looking for Hayes in the end zone, and he's going to find Hayes for the first Soul goal. Back in action next weekend, both against the Flyers, the Raleigh Flyers, as there's a diving bid
Great
from
catch from
on
Pollock.
the near side.
He had, it looked like it was down, but his fingers were just clutched underneath. Great IO backhand from Schaefer. And their food trucks, Lone Star Beer is the official beer sponsor of the Dallas Roughnecks this season with $3 tall boys. You heard that right. It is, if you...
That is not an April Fool's joke.
No, it is not.
Neither. Dallas still trying to work on that winning streak of 17 straight, as Slack's gonna corral that one and send it to Laurie as they are on their attacking end of the field.
And they are running out of this vertical stack, trying to really use that whole field.
There's Mazer with it. He's gonna cross the field, change the direction as Freechild's gonna go with the hammer, looking in the end zone and finding an open bin. Whenever not only they have the arsenal of moves individually, but an arsenal of players with an arsenal of moves, and that's really what was the key for the Roughnecks last season, and the Soul doing a good job here in this one, keeping it close. As here's Pollock, and a chance to potentially add a goal, and the pancake grab is in the end zone. Ethan Pollock upfield. He's gonna have to dump it off to Freechild. Freechild's gonna come up, make the grab. Once again, the stall count starting to get pretty high as he's gonna dump it to Mickle near midfield, and with
a good step out to get around that.
There's Cunningham looking and trying to find an open Soul player down the field. Wilder was his target, and instead it's a turnover. So Marshall with it is potentially gonna send it downfield, looking for Freechild, and Freechild's gonna make it, has a wide open Ben Laurie on the right side of the field, and there's another Roughnecks.